Stop playing. There we go. There. There we go. Let me share this. Let me share this. Well, well, well. What have we here? What's happening? Ronnie, Bryson, Will, Neighborhood, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. All right, let's check. Let's check this out. See if I have any questions. I thought some people wrote me some questions. Hold on now. Wow, this dude wrote me 44 minutes ago. Well, let's see what this brother has to say. Let's answer some questions. Let's answer some questions here. So he says, I'm a big fan and I love your channel. I love your advice and reaction videos the most. However, I need some help dealing with emotions and recovering from trauma. How do you deal with grief and past regrets? I understand your mom passed away some time ago. I'm also dealing with grief of my mother's passing. She passed away in 2015, 10 years after my mom. How do you deal with grief? I'm trying to move forward in my life, but I still feel myself held back by grief and regrets. I've made huge mistakes in my life. The thing is, my mom and dad were running a motel business and I was going to university. My parents were paying for my tuition and I was living home with them. However, after a while, the business was struggling and I was in a difficult major, chemistry, planning on going to pharmacy school. That was the main reason why I didn't get a job at the time, because the classes were so difficult. However, after my second year, I dated one of my friends / classmates, and it eventually went sour and we had a nasty breakup. I fell into a deep depression. My grades slipped to the point where I had to switch majors. I switched to biology. I got a friend that literally contacted me today and told me she wanted to switch to biology. That's funny that you're saying that. Just to finish, it took me 6 years to get my bachelor's, barely made it, and my parents were struggling to pay the bills. After graduating, I tried to get a lab job and was trying to help my parents with the business at the same time. Come 2015, my parents were trying to sell the business and we had a buyer, but escrow was taking far too long and we nearly lost the business due to debt. My mom had a sudden case of cancer and passed away months before escrow closed and the business was sold. My sister was pissed at me and still is for all this since she paid her way through college. I know what I did was the wrong path, but I can't undo the past no matter how much I want to. Now I live in a town 1 hour away from the motel where we lived. My dad lives with my sister in that town, and I live in an apartment by myself. I have a full-time job and I'm working on switching careers to get a better job. I live in a two-bedroom apartment by myself so that my dad can stay with me whenever he wants to. Okay, he stays with him on the weekends, he says. My sister and I have always butted heads, and I've basically cut contact with her, except for emergencies. My sisters and my mom had a fight and basically stopped speaking to each other before the cancer happened. However, even though I'm trying to move forward in life, I still hear her voice in my head, blaming me for everything. How do I get past these feelings of regret and grief? Thank you, Tyrone. I really appreciate it. By the way, I'm sorry that the message was long. Well, at least it was structured properly. It didn't seem as long as it is. Some of y'all write me things this long. This one's only like this long on the screen, so it's not that bad. But so either you're new to watching me or you've never watched my Magnus Answers videos, because everybody in unison will shout what I'm going to tell you to do. But the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is maybe you know, when my mom died, I remember there was a hotline that called me, a help center that called me, and they said that they were calling me. They were grief counseling, and they were calling me to see if I needed any, to see if anyone. I'm sorry, hold on a second. Okay, there we go. To see if I needed any grief counseling, if I needed to talk to anybody, stuff like that. That's what they were trying to see. And, if you were offered that, I suggest that you take it. I pretty much, for the most part, dealt with the grief on my own. I'm not saying that that's the best thing to do. I just didn't feel that I wanted to talk to anybody. People deal with grief in different ways. So, my way, here's the thing. My mom was sick for a while, and I was getting used to her being sick. And at the same time, there was a particular point where things shifted. She was always on kidney dialysis for like 8 or 9 years. And, but there was a point when she developed cancer where there was a point where I started to prepare my mind for the possibility of her dying. So as you can see, it wasn't sudden as where it's different, where someone just calls you, like your mom was in a car accident and she's gone. No, I prepared for this for just in case. And while it destroyed me and it hurt me, and the grief was so hard to deal with, and I cried every day, it was preparing my mind for it that helped. But I don't know. My family was pretty supportive. My friends were real supportive. Having a good support structure is good. But you might want to keep your mind off of thinking about her death by keeping yourself busy with things, whatever it is that you like to do, whether it's gaming, whether it's reading, working out, no matter what it is, you are going to want to do something like that, okay? Also, you may want to see whether it's a therapist or a psychologist. I hear they're different. So maybe it's a therapist you need to see, where you get to talk to them. And I have a friend that sees a therapist and a psychologist, and they told me that they're different. And I think the difference is the psychologist kind of like analyzes you, figures out things, and gives you medicine or not. But the therapist you actually speak with, you discuss things with on a monthly or weekly or whatever basis. But you may want to see a therapist. And of course, you're going to want to start implementing EFT. You have trauma from your mom's death, so um, the fact that you're dealing with this trauma, you need to get rid of these feelings. You need to get rid of them fast. So, one thing I would tell you to do is look up EFT by Gary Craig. And there's plenty of videos on YouTube that will help you learn how to do it. It's a form of acupressure that will help you relieve all the grief and all of the sad feelings that you have. All right. Let's see here. I have another question. 3 days ago. Okay. Okay. Dear Tyrone, my name is Mike. And I have a few questions I wanted to ask. Okay. Ooh. All right, here we go. He says, I'm 18 years old and I have been on and off with my ex. We've had problems with things because of my anger issues and the things that happened to me in my life from issues at home and not being affectionate. But also problems with her because she once told me she wanted to marry me and she loves to get sex from me. So I can tell you're not American. She likes to get sex from me, so it clouds her judgment. Wait. But also problems with her because she told me she wanted to marry me and she loves to get sex from me, so it clouds her judgment. We decide to be friends, and we talk a lot. So one night I went over to visit her and we spent the night in my car talking. We ended up kissing and messing around, but no sex. So then we were told each other we loved each other because we still do. Then she told me she missed me and cried. I told her I felt the same way. Then I had left. Funny the way that's written. I love you and I miss you. Love you too, babe. Left like the wind. Cape flapping. So she texted me the next morning saying she's tired of trying to make a relationship work, but then calls me and tells me she likes our friendship and wants to have sex again and still be around each other. So she wants to be friends with benefits since you won't be with her, but doesn't want a relationship. See? And now she doesn't want to marry me. Okay? I get mad and say we didn't need to break up had you said more in the relationship. So then I said maybe we should be friends. I feel like that was a mistake because I still want things to work out, but don't want the drama anymore. What should I do? It's hard to figure out what you're telling me in certain aspects. I kind of get it. Like you were together, but then you were on and off and having issues. And apparently y'all like the sex, and apparently she likes the sex, and you think that it's, clouding her mind of whether it's good for y'all to be together or not. So I get that. I'm basically going to say, look, it's up to you, bruh. Really, it really is. You could take it or leave it. It's not like this is a make or break or a life or death situation. Okay. If you like having sex with her and you said something about no drama. Okay, that's good. You want to get back together, but you don't want the drama. So you might as well look, if you like the sex with her, you might as well become that type of friend. Friends with benefits, bed buddies, like she's asking. She wants to still see you and have sex with you, but she doesn't want a relationship. So that way you don't have the drama that comes with that. Although there is a caveat. Sometimes when you are bed buddies, you still end up acting like you're together. Trust me, I know. So as long as boundaries are made, like, look, you do what you want to do, I do what I want to do. Whatever your rules are, like, you can't ask me this, you can't ask me that, you can't be calling me and acting crazy. asking me where I'm at because we're not together. You know, that type of thing. You know, so if that's the case, then I would, and you know, that's what I mean. Look, look. What would I do? Tell you the truth. Look, I'm single right now. So if I had a girl that I look, whether I'm seeing her, you know, whether I was with her before or not, if it's a new chick, and if if she wanted that type of relationship and I liked her, okay. You know what I'm saying? It depends on if I like her though. You know what I mean? Like some dudes don't want that because like I got a buddy at the gym, he doesn't want that. There's girls that's offering it to him to be bed buddies that he's meeting online, but he doesn't want that because he right now is ready for a relationship. You know what I mean? I could take or leave a relationship at this point in my life. Okay. I got a lot of things going on, and if I meet the right one and it blossoms, boom, I'll know it. You know, I'll know it. You know, I've been dating long enough to know when I want to be with somebody. So no matter who it is, whether it's some women I know now or it's a new person that I meet, if something develops between me and that woman, I'll know when I want to be with her and I will ask her to be my girl. But until then, if I meet a hot ass chick that I like, if she wants to have something like that, oh, maybe. If it's a girl that I used to go out with years ago that I meet and we're cool, and she's like, hey, look, if you want, maybe. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when you were in a relationship with somebody, you already know them. You know what each other likes. You trust each other. You're just being bed buddies. You know, I did that with an ex. Every few weeks or months, I would see her ass and destroy her. And we both get what we wanted. We both hang out, have fun, maybe go get something to eat, laugh, watch a movie. And there was no strings attached. It was so fucking cool to that. You know what I mean? And she was the type that, you know, she was trying to be with me, but she was taking it or leaving, you know, so she was, you know, accepting the fact that, you know, I wasn't ready and I wasn't trying to be with her. And she would, you know, she would just come see me when she needed it, and I always knew when she needed it, and I would handle it, you know. So, and it was cool. It was respectful, you know. Nobody's being treated wrong or anything like. You had consenting adults handling business. Okay, then sometimes you end up being friends that do that. One day you get drunk, or one day you just at the club dancing, and it get a little too hot and heavy. You're like, yeah, I know you can dance like that. And y'all walk her to the parking lot and you tongue her down. And then y'all end up doing shit for a few months on end. Then some another nigga come in, and then you have to fuck him up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was reliving. I'm kidding. That ain't happening to me. But that's what I would encourage you to do. Just go with your heart. If you think you can have a friends with benefits relationship with her and you be all right with it, then do it. If not, then don't. Move on, bruh. You know what I mean? Ugh. All right, let's see here. Hmm. Who's this chick on YouTube talking about I deleted her stuff? What the hell is that? Anyway. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see if we got another question here. We do, from 4 days ago. Aha. Let's see. Oh, God. Hi, Tyrone. I love your channel, and I've been a Magnus. Ooh, I got a lady writing me. It's always nice when the girls write because they rarely write, you know? It's always interesting. I'm like, what are they going to ask me? So, it says here, hi, Tyrone. I love your channel, and I've been a Magnus for years. I have a difficult question for you, so let me explain. My mom is destroying me. What does that mean? I am the oldest of all my siblings and basically raised them while my mom worked. Okay. I never minded this until my high school years. My mom would tell me to watch my siblings while she goes out with some bum ass niggas. Anyway, it got to the point where my 19-year-old sister and I were running the house. I can cook and clean, wash clothes, and take care of my siblings, which you look like, girl. It's rare for a woman to know how to cook. I am tired of doing all of this. What set me off was that my mom got into a car accident. She's okay, but she's also broke. And what the fuck? Mind you, she does have a good job and two sources of income. Hmm. How is a 40-year-old woman with 4 kids broke? Bum ass women usually date bum ass niggas. Just so you know, just because you got a job, don't mean you ain't a bum. Keep that in mind. Bum is a mentality. It's a way of life. It's a way of conducting yourself, and I think y'all know what I mean by this. So my sister and I had been paying the bills the week before that accident happened. Wow. She doesn't have full coverage on the car because she's cheap, and the insurance people aren't paying anything. I've paid numerous bills, bought food for the kids, and I just feel some type of way. I get it. I get it. I understand you. I'm empathizing with you here. I'm tired of taking care of kids that aren't mine, and I'm tired of taking her responsibilities as a parent now, as a fucking provider. My mom always expects us to help her when she spends money. When she spends money on irrelevant shit like pizza every day, then can't pay a light bill. What is that? I'm sorry to laugh. This is some ignorant shit going on. That's why, like, I'm laughing. Like, it's like, this is some ignorant nigga shit that's going on right now. Irresponsibilities. You know, I don't know what to do. She's got a good job, and she's got 2 forms of income. It sounds like child support may be her second form, because you didn't tell me. I'm a college student and had a mental breakdown at school when she threatened not to pay for my schooling. Well, she must have a good job if they don't want to help pay for your school. Because usually, if like I remember, I have really good grades, but my mom was poor, so I got grants, and for school, college was free for me. I hate being home. I don't want to be around her. I just don't understand how a woman her age can not have anything together. I feel obligated to do all this shit for her because she gave birth to me. And that there is a mistake. Shit. If she was anyone else, I wouldn't have put up with it. But she's a single parent and lives for me. I just want to live my life. My sister said I'm selfish for not wanting to help mom. But it's like my mom has never been responsible at all. And I'm tired of saving her. If your kid's just constantly saving you and you got 2 forms of income and you broke all the time, something is fucking wrong. I'm tired of her living through me. I do everything she wants and I support everyone, but I feel like I have nothing left for myself. I'm sad, angry as hell, depressed, and fed up. I'm tired of being selfless. What do I do? This is too much on a 20-year-old. Oh my God, she's only 20. I want my own life, and I feel trapped at home. 10 million subscribers. Woo! If you weren't her age, I'd ask you out. So here's the thing. You seem, first of all, you seem very responsible and mature for your age. You don't have blinders on. You don't have the whole, my mom gave birth to me, so therefore I got to do everything and anything she fucking says. Because even parents can be those bad family members. Parents can hurt you and use you and do all these other different things in ways that nobody else can. They can really hurt you, and it runs deep. Um, if I were you, I got a friend that is around your age, and she was going through some stuff, and she was talking to me about it, and I was like, listen, get a job and get the fuck out. That's something you might have to do. You might have to partner up with one of your friends and you get a job, make sure they got a job, make sure it's a friend you can trust. And I mean really trust. Don't, and rent an apartment together or whatever. I don't know if there's housing on campus. I don't know what your situation is. But if I were you, I'd get the hell out. But before doing that, you might want to have one last ditch effort, give one last ditch effort, and you might want to sit down and have a rational conversation with your mom. Calm. And you're going to have to sugarcoat and say things in certain ways that point out that she's the problem and you're tired of it without, directly pointing your finger. Because some parents will flip the fuck out, and then you got a bigger problem on your hands than you thought you would have. I want you to be able to address the problem and diffuse it without the bomb going off. That's why I'm telling it to you like this. Now, you know your mom better than me. I mean, if you want, you can flip the fuck out. And, I'm tired of this shit. I'm out of here. And, okay. But I suggest you talk to her first. And everything you told me, you need to tell her. You need to tell her exactly how you feel. You need to get it all out. Now listen, whether it's you vocally talk to her or you write a letter, you can write an email, you can write a letter and give it to her. Whatever's the best way to talk to your mother, you need to do it. And you need to have a very extensive conversation with her. Okay? If you two can come to an understanding, then and move forward, perfect, great. Okay. If you cannot, your mom probably getting child support for the four of y'all. Well, you're 20, so I think child support's done at 18, I think. But with the rest of them, she's getting child support for them, most likely, and she's got a good job. Okay. She's gonna have to figure some shit out. You know what I mean? And there's always assistance for single women, single mothers, but you can't be losing your mind over irresponsible family members. I lived with a family member, and it got to the point where their financial irresponsibility and other things were so bad that it was giving me chest pains. And this was when I was 27. And I told this family member, I said, no, I didn't even tell them. I warned them several times about certain things, and they didn't listen. Several times. I gave them more than enough time to rectify what they were doing wrong. So I went out, and while I stockpiled money, and I was looking for apartments, I eventually found one. And I talked to the person. All right, I'll be moving in a couple of months. I came to the family member and I said, look, this is the deal. I'm going to be going this time. I'll leave this for you and that for you and that for you. I'm out. All right. He ended up finding a place too, apparently. And right then I was on my own. No problems. Stress free. Just me on my own. My own bills. No one else to fucking worry about but myself. You know how fucking good that feels? So you're already taking care of 3 other people. No, 4 other people. Because you're paying your mom's bills and stuff like that. You know, it's, you know. Now, when I lived with my mom, she was disabled. Okay. She was very sick and she was on a fixed income, you know, from the government. Yeah, you damn right I helped her out. But my mom was never irresponsible like that. You know, going out with bum ass niggas, leaving me to take care of my brother. She was not like all the stuff you're talking about, she never did. She was the type that fed us and didn't eat, and we didn't even know it. I remember when I got older, she told me, yeah, there were nights that I didn't eat, but I, made sure I fed you guys. And I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's poor. That's poverty right there. And of course, like, the only thing that breaks my heart at this time in my life is that right now I have the means to take care of her and she's not alive for me to move her in. Because I told her, I said, when I, get sick, don't worry, I'll move you and I'll take care of you. You know what I mean? So that was always my plan. But, she passed, of course, before that. So, I hope this advice works. I really do. Um, but you can't drive yourself nuts and lose your mind over this. You really can't. You really can't. You know what I mean? So, uh, yes. Let's see here. See if anything else is next. Yeah. Let's do this one. This came to me 6 days ago. This says, I'm Mr. Unapproachable because I look too mean, but they said I'm very handsome. Hey, Tyrone. My name is Kham. Kham. 29 years old, and the problem I have is with my looks. I don't smile very often, and both men and women said I look very mean. Once they get to know me, they said that I'm a real nice guy. A few years back, when I used to work at Echo in the mall, I used to get flirts from females all the time. Pretty ones, average ones, lol. Now I've seemed to lost my touch. I don't know whether it's just my looks because I'm balding. I still have hair, but it's just thin. Okay, that's probably not it then. My dress style is on point. So need for help in that. So no need for help in that category. Any advice? You know what it probably is. If you don't work in Echo no more, you're not smiling and saying hello and greeting these women. So see what it is in your normal life, you're chilling and you got the gas face on, okay, or the game face. You got the game face on all the time. But see, what it is when you're giving customer service, you're smiling, you're talking to people, that they're able to see that come through. So that's why the girls are flirting with you. But in your normal life, if you ain't working at Echo no more, you ain't getting hit on no more. If you doing some other job, like if you're in a warehouse job, working with dudes all day or something, you're not getting that because you're not smiling and being friendly. So you need to get back into customer service where you're being smiley and friendly. Hey man, maybe you just need to start practicing on saying hello to people and smiling. I'm a friendly individual, although a lot of times when people see me, I'm not smiling. People say I look mean. I always tell them it's the eyebrows, but it really is. I've gotten that for years. But they get to know me. They're like, oh, ain't nothing like the way you initially look with the straight face. You know what I mean? So I'm sure that'll help you out, bro. Okay. Oh boy. Really? Really? Do I got another YouTuber watching me? No way. Do I got two YouTubers watching me? No, I don't. Lady can't be watching me. They ain't watching me. I got any YouTubers watching me right now? Speak up. Or forever hold your peace. I don't want to say. Y'all might as well say hello if y'all are watching me. So, Magnusites, does anyone else have any other questions or anything y'all would like to talk about before I sign off? Am I going to? I don't even know what to know. The hell with Sonic Mania. I'm not a Sonic. Maybe. I don't know. They want to send it to me for free, maybe. Anyway, if you two YouTubers are watching me, I watch y'all. I watch both of y'all, just so you know. Very interesting topics you have on your channels. And it's funny that the two that are watching me, it's like opposing channels. I don't want to say who they are. They want to say hello, they can. You know, it's up to them. I'm saying YouTuber's secret society. You know what I mean, keeping it on the low. That Illuminati oath. Thank you for the tips. Thank you very much for the tips. Yes, I did meet Tom Holland. Yes, I did. Thank you. Are you a female, the creeper? If you're not a female, a handshake will do. A handshake will suffice. Uh-oh. Tay McKenna's back. What are you doing back stalking me for, woman? No, I'm not dabbing. You dab. Come on, y'all, hit me with some questions. Let's talk about some stuff before I jump off here. I might jump off and do some gaming before I go to bed. Or I might just go to bed. I'm not sure. I need to start going to bed at a normal time. You know what I mean? Between 10 and 11, I would prefer to go to start going to bed on. Where do I live? I can't tell you that. But you gonna stalk me? I can't tell you that. No, I don't live in Philly. I do not live in Philly. But Philly is in my vicinity. Philly, depending on traffic, is like an hour from me or 40 minutes. Maybe even a half hour with really light traffic. If I take the right way and I'm moving, I could probably get there in a half hour. I look like I'm 31. Thank you. Thank you. I have attained immortality. Can I tell you my secrets? Could get into someone evil's hands. We couldn't have that, could we? No, I'm not watching SummerSlam. So stop asking. I told you I stopped watching wrestling months ago. They have pissed me off for the last time. I do not like can't even talk right. I don't sound southern. I do not like the damn product. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin telling you that WWE is a big piece of trash right now. Somebody throw me a damn beer. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with them. I've given them so many chances. I'm done. No more. You let me know when Steph and Triple H are in charge. Then I'll be back. Until then, no. Done. Tay-Tay, you're going to have to stop begging me. Okay. I am a dominant male, and begging comes in handy at certain times and situations, but do not beg now. Okay? No, I didn't see the Jurassic Evolution trailer. Evolution! But I will check it out when I get a chance. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably do a reaction for y'all tomorrow. Told y'all last time. I'll tell y'all when more about the about Vengeance comes out. When I get more information, I'll tell you. But there is a web series that I'll probably start filming next month. So that's called London. It's about a young woman who's badass. And I play her bodyguard. And who knows, maybe more will develop in that relationship. But I will let you know when a trailer is available, or if I don't know if the director just wants to release episodes. I'm not sure. Any advice for a successful channel? Be consistent. Be consistent. Follow your vision, no one else's. Be honest to yourself and your subscribers. Upload at least once a week. And you need to be consistent. You know what I mean? That's what will help you build your little empire on YouTube. Never stop. Make sure you collaborate when you can. Collaborate with other YouTubers that you like, you know, that interest you, that you're cool with, you know, or you see you can help each other. Collaborating has done a lot for me. Or even rubs from other channels have helped me out. The Hodge twins gave me the first rub. They liked one of my videos that I did when I was talking to them about something that gained me, what was it, like 1,000 subscribers in like a few, 2 or 3 days. And back then, I only had like 100 or something, so it was like, you know what I mean? And then when I did the video with Tyrone Long Dick Style, he was the first. Like, I did a bunch of different collaborations with other people too, but this is the one that I noticed because I stopped checking my subscriber growth really around that time. But when I did the collaboration with Tyrone Long Dick Style, I this is funny saying that. Okay, it was months later when I happened to be checking my analytics, and I was like, what the fuck is this huge spike? So I went back and I looked at the videos that I posted that day, and I was like, oh, that was when I posted the Tyrone Long Dick Style videos. Okay. And I was like, wow, collaborations do work. Like, that was when I really realized collaborations work. You know, and you know, he told me YouTube told him he went super viral. So he said not viral, super viral. And I was like, wow. So that means that it just, his presence in my video just gave me a lot of street cred or internet cred. I'm wise. Thank you. I had an awakening in my mid 20s. I had an awakening a little bit after my mom died, and kind of changed me. Certain point in my life, I was the guy he wasn't a thug. He wasn't running the streets. He wasn't, doing this girl and that girl and, having babies all over the place. I wasn't that guy, but I was a guy that was kind of content with being mediocre, even though I had potential to do more. I always got good grades in school and stuff, and I ran track, and I graduated. I was the fastest dude in high school. I had potential to do things. And, people always said, "Yeah, you're funny. You should be on TV and stuff." But I was fine working 9 to 5. I didn't get my license until I was 22. I was the guy just riding with other people, taking rides. Hey, we want to go here? Yeah, let's go, bro. I didn't bum rides because I never was the guy like, yo, can you take me here? Can you take me there? It was just my friends would be like, yo, we going over here. Okay, let's go. Otherwise, I was in the house watching TV or playing video games or something. So, or hanging with them. And I would have these mediocre 9 to 5s as long as my bills were paid. And I was fine. But something, after she died, it was like, I already told y'all she's part of the inspiration of why, I do what I do. Because I didn't want her to, I didn't want her to have died and left behind a bum-ass son. That's what I didn't want. I did not want her to have died and left behind a bum-ass son. Because if she had, I would have felt that everything that she went through was for nothing. All the pain, all the double mastectomy, well, one mastectomy, then another, the years of kidney dialysis, and the eventual crippling of her, and the pain, and just everything she went through. And on top of that, my dad left when we were 4, so she raised us since we were 4. He was a piece of shit. You had a woman that literally was going to be a nun at one point, but when she got to the convent, realized, and I'm serious, and she didn't tell it to me like this, but she told me in so many words that they were lesbians, and it scared her. So she didn't become a nun. That's what made her not become a nun. So if you've got this goody-goody sweetheart of a woman that meets one of the town asshole pimp dog running the street motherfuckers, and he won her heart and played her, cheated on her several times, until she finally put him out and said, I'm done with it. I'm never taking you back again. He cheated on her several times, and she would take him back. She took him back like 2 or 3 times or something like that. And she was just done with it. So, think about that. And then she never dated any other men after that, because she was afraid that, because she had a fear that any other men that she dated would possibly come in and maybe abuse us, hurt us, or not treat us like his own. So, because he was the only man she ever loved, and the only man that she wanted to be our father, she was adopted. Okay, so she was her mother's child, but her mother married a man that, she sometimes felt as though he didn't treat her like she was one of his own. And he didn't give her recognition of how well she raised us until, I think, my brother graduated. I think it was when he graduated. He came to her and said, you did a good job raising them, and she broke down and everything. So needing his approval, I think, was something that, But anyway, so, when I think of her life and I think about how she didn't get to do a lot of things. There was a lot of hardships. A lot of, I think about it's really sad. A lot of things that happened to her, but we were her only joy, period, point blank. So I just told myself, I said, you know what? The woman that was that devoted to her kids, I cannot let her death go unanswered at all whatsoever. I cannot do that. And I've got to do something in her good name. So that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. Another part of the reason why I do what I do is because I don't want to be a coulda, shoulda, woulda, some bum ass dude. Part of it's male pride and male goals and being a man and accomplishing something and, creating a legacy. That's what also it's about. You know what I mean? So I got a few things driving me, So, yeah. Don't y'all start blubbering on me. Am I religious? Looking at the YouTube comments. I switch back and forth. I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and I used to be very, very, very religious, strict religious at one point. Now in my life, I have an open mind to many paths and thoughts, and I haven't been quote unquote religious for a while, but a life goes on, and we shall see what we shall see. I still have problems with letting go. Grandmother acts like I don't exist. Should I wash my hands of her? I mean, you can't let the way other people, certain people in your life rule sometimes we give too much power to certain people that are close to us, you know? And when you do that, it can really hold you back, you know? And I notice a lot of people say that they say they're I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual, you know? I don't know exactly how I would classify myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm an atheist. Sometimes I feel like there's a possibility there is someone out there. I mean, you know, here's my, I'm not going to really get into it because I don't really like talking about it too much. But you know, with me, there's like thousands of religions out there and everyone says they got it right. You know, I'm just like, okay. You gotta sift through all these religions, figure out who's got it right. Everyone's got a book. Yeah, it came from a prophet or a man or whatever. And I'm tired of thinking about it. I think to myself, if there's God out there, he knows what will convince me that he's real and which religion is the proper one to follow. And hey, when he's ready, he's going to tell me which one's the right one and who he is. And it's going to be unmistakable. And I'll know. Okay? Unmistakable as someone pinching me. I'll know. Okay? So, till then, I'm in the middle, chilling. You know? Yeah, 2 siblings die stillborn. That's sad. You know what? You know what I didn't include? You know, my mom lost 3 children before I was born. Yeah. And I almost died. Yeah. Yeah, both of us almost died. Yeah, I don't think that's a story I've told y'all. If you see, stay right here. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you my baby picture, my infancy picture. I'm going to show you my picture. Okay. Came upon these older pictures the other day when I was cleaning out these boxes. Let's see, where is it at? Here we go. When my mom had a blood poisoning of some kind, and I wasn't supposed to be born in June. I was supposed to be born in like July or something like that. I can't remember, but I was born prematurely. Damn it! I've ripped the picture a little bit. Shit. Okay. So, you see that? As you can see, I'm doing my best Bruce Lee. Woo! Okay. You see how light I am? You see how light I am? I had the mohawk and everything. You see how light I am? That was me. Okay. I was that light because she was so sick. You can see, like, you see that, like black kids are lighter than when they're born, they're lighter than how they eventually turn out. You know what I mean? But this is way, way too light. Okay. So I was very sick. Well, we were both sick, and I had to be monitored and all that stuff. And what had happened, eventually, of course, I darkened up. Damn it! Let me make sure this damn photo album. Okay, there we go. There we go. as you can see, I eventually ended up being the me that you're used to seeing. What the hell is that? Okay. You see? So, yeah. Yeah. So, eventually did darken up, but it took a little while, a few months or whatever. But yeah, she lost twin girls. She miscarried twin girls. And then before me, she lost a boy. She told me, like, when he came out, she said she just gone to the bathroom and he came out. I was like, oh my God. And she was like, she said she said everything was formed. She said you could see his little fingers and hands and his legs and his feet. She could see everything. She said I held him right in my hand. And I was like, oh my God. And I said, well, I said, was my dad there? And she said, oh, he was mad. She said he was walking through the house, cussing and slamming doors. And she said he was so angry. So I was her first successful birth. And then I almost died and she almost died. It was like, wow. You know what I mean? So, and then after me, she had my brother, of course, and that went fine from what I understand. So, you know. Your mom had to stay on meds so you wouldn't be a preemie. All right, y'all. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I will see y'all later. See y'all sometime tomorrow. Unless I can't sleep and I end up gaming tonight. But otherwise, I will see y'all tomorrow, alright? Thank you for being on here. And I will see y'all soon. 10 million subscribers. Woo!